Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gears Pro Circuit Las Vegas Open, presented by Caesars Entertainment. We are moments away from getting our grand final underway. Optic Gaming versus Team Envyus for the 5th time so far this circuit. But before we do, of course, I have a special guest on the desk, Rod Ferguson, studio head at Gears of War. How are you enjoying the event so far?
It's amazing. It's really amazing. Like, this is the first major event I've been able to attend this season, and I guess we're saving the best for last because this has been a blast. Like, and the two competitive teams are going to be competing for the finals, and it's phenomenal competition. Like, the level of play here all weekend has been amazing. And what MLG and what Caesars have done is just, it's a fantastic venue, fantastic event. And we did things like the signing today. We were able to meet with the fans, and it's just been phenomenal.
The fans here have been absolutely fantastic as well. The crowd getting a little rowdy on Championship Sunday. That's what we like to hear.
Right.
But seems to have you on the desk. I want to get your thoughts. Obviously, Season 1.
Right.
How's that been for everyone over at the studio?
Oh, it's been fantastic. If you go back to, we started back on Gears in 2014, we started talking about esports. We really talked about that whole idea of the crawl, walk, run, the philosophy of esports, because you can't buy esports. It's a success, you have to earn it, right? And you have to be, it's a community, it's not just a marketing program. And so that's what we decided to do. But if you look at the growth we've had from the very beginnings with Ultimate Edition to where we are now, I mean, look at Season 1 and 2 for Ultimate Edition, we had a prize pool of $60K. Now we're doing, like, a prize pool was $1 million for Season 1, right? And we actually got to $1.25 million because of all the crowdfunding, the esports pack. So thank you to the community. They were able to bring that prize pool up. Even the amazing 300,000 we had here this weekend. So we have, so it's that kind of notion of seeing the growth. We went from, we had over 200,000 esports competitors, and we had millions of views online. So it really feels like we're definitely hitting our stride in the walk phase, and I really can't wait to see where we go in the future as we really begin to run.
And plus, some of the places we visited as well on the tour has been fantastic. I mean, finishing here in Vegas, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, just the nice thing with the pro circuit, right? That whole kind of open forum where every big event feels like a world championship, and the fact that we've been flying the best teams in the world together, so it has that international feel no matter where we go. It's not regional competition, it's international competition every time.
I feel like I have to ask.
Okay.
I think you know what I'm going to ask, and I'm sure everyone here wants to know. The future for Gears of War esports, what does it hold?
Well, we're shutting it down, so we're not, no, I'm just kidding. No.
I'm out of a job. I'm out of a job.
No, absolutely. I'm actually here to announce that there will be Season 2 in Gears of War 4.
Awesome. That's exactly what we want to hear.
So, and you might also be nice to know that we're actually going to be starting again with $1 million prize pool for Season 2. So,
okay, another $1 million circuit. Season 2 obviously announced. That's exciting. That's very, very exciting.
Yeah, and you're going to continue with the community packs and the esports packs to be able to try to get that prize pool even higher. So
can I get some this time?
Yeah, well, you can try.
Okay.
And we're going to stick with this format. I think the pro circuit, that getting the opportunity for pros and amps to play together, that idea that it's an international competition all the time, we're actually going to be increasing our travel budgets to get more teams and be able to fund that more to get that international feel to each of our events.
Okay.
And we're even taking this bigger. Like, we're going to focus on the international LAN events, but now because of the community feedback, we're really going to go after those grassroots tournaments as well. So there's going to be much more regional grassroots competitions as well.
Fantastic news. So excited. Season 2 just announced another $1 million being thrown at it as well. What a great way to start our grand final off. That is fantastic. Thank you for joining me on the desk.
I got one more thing.
Oh, one more?
I want, there's the uncertainty, but when we're doing Season 2.
Okay.
And so I just want people to know it's not too far away. We're going to look at starting around late summer, early fall maybe. So, we got to keep that that practice up and keep your skills high because it's coming soon. So, and I can't wait to see everybody in Season 2.
Fantastic stuff. As I said, Season 2 just announced another $1 million coming very, very soon. That's everything for myself and Rod. We can send it down to Farouk to introduce our two teams for the grand final.
We are live here on the Gears Pro Circuit main stage, the Las Vegas Open, presented by Caesars Entertainment. This is your Grand Championship Finals. Coming out on the red side with a foundation in excellence, they are the most dominant team in Gears esports history, the #1 ranked Optic Gaming! Kenny, the team veteran. And Icy, the missing link to the squad. Explosive El Capitan. SuMuNs raw individual skill and their coach, mental, one of the most dominant players in the game. Their opponents coming out on the blue side, they are unshakable, confident, and hungry. They've done it before. Can they do it again? The number 2 ranked team, the boys in blue, Team Envyus. Praised all around, savage. Solars, the main slayer on Envy. Franchise, the seasoned leader. Ribs, 6-time multi-gears game champ, looking for numero 7. Their coach and toy soldier, the most mechanical, gifted player in the game. All right, fellas, I got toy, I got mental. I'm gonna start over here with you, mental, now. I saw Kenny and Explosive over there with the coach, and I saw them having a little conversation. I don't know if you know what that was about, but what did you guys talk about before this matchup?
We're just basically talking about maps and what maps they're going to ban and pick against us. And I know Dam's one of their weaker maps right now against us because we've been on fire on that map, so we wanted to play Dam.
Now, I know you guys might got a short memory, but I got to ask you, man. Do you remember Mexico City and what went down there?
Yes, I do. They were the better team that event, and us, unfortunately, we're not ourselves at all, so they deserve that one.
Now, what weak spots over here, the boys in blue, what weak spots are you looking to expose?
Basically, SuMuNs against Ribs. SuMuNs has his number on home hill, so we basically almost start off with 2 hills.
All right, you said they starting off with 2 hills over here, giving them advantage. Now, you guys got a long road in this event, and you got a long road still yet to go because you got to beat them twice. How y'all feeling about that?
I feel very confident. You know, this is the place to do it.
Now, you guys had the reverse sweep against Ghost. You guys changed your luck there. What was the mentality going into that game, and how y'all feel right now?
Championship Sunday. One word, that's it. That's not one word, sorry.
All right, well, I got one more question for you. Who's got the better game, Optic or Envyus?
Right now, it has to be us. It's definitely us. I'm looking at you, Billy.
All right, they gunning for each other. This is it right here, y'all. The Grand Championship Finals, Gears Pro Circuit, Las Vegas Open, Optic Gaming, Envyus, lock it up!
Like the rivalry between Optic and Envy is like, it's really good to watch because that's the teams that everyone inspired to be.
The Optic and Envy rivalry is like a well-deserved rivalry between both those teams. They both work hard. They're all great players. You know what I mean? They know what it takes to win.
I think the Optic Envy rivalry is great, but I just feel like Optic are so far ahead that they can't really be compared anymore.
For sure, I think that Optic is better because I don't know why Envy. I think that they play with Scare. Like they play Scare versus him. I don't know why.
So Optic versus Envy, that's a great matchup. It's similar to Cavs versus Warriors. They're 2 dominant teams, and it's always good watching them. There's really nothing to say. If you watch basketball and you watch Cavs and Warriors, then you should watch Gears because that's Envy and Optic.
For the 5th time on the circuit, Optic Gaming versus Team Envyus is our grand final. And it's fitting. It's fitting it ends.
It really is fitting, Vincent. I really wanted to end this season this way. We've seen these guys go at it toe and toe again here, time and time again here on this main stage, and to end it off right here, Optic Gaming versus Team Envyus. Can Team Envyus just end the season with that win, or is Optic Gaming about to three-peat for the 2nd time in a row this season?
Of course, here's a look at our map bans and picks. Foundation, Impact, and Dam will be our series. Team Envyus obviously going after Impact as map number 2. Excited to get that one underway, but of course before that we do have Foundation, and we've seen these 2 massive giants of Gears of War esports battle it out on Foundation so many times. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy right now.
I really am. You know, we were talking about in the last match how we haven't cast the impact since you know, since the tournament started, but that's going to be map number 2. Didn't see Damn too far in there just yet, but this Foundation, I'm ready for it. This is a perfect way to start this grand finals off.
Of course, Team Envyus, they don't need to just beat Optic Gaming once. They have to beat Optic Gaming twice.
It's going to be a hard thing to do.
In 2 best-of-3s, only one team has been able to do it on the circuit so far this year. And guess what? It was Optic Gaming.
Yes, it was here. Folks, let us know who you guys want to win. Team Envyus, Optic Gaming. Blow it up in the chat. Make some noise in the crowd, yo. This is about to be...
About to go down. It is about to go down. Team Envyus, your blue squad. Optic Gaming, your red squad. The Las Vegas Open now underway. The grand final, of course. Praise, we're going to kick things off on board with his perspective. He's already going to try and hunt down Icy. Will connect with that, but it's a fantastic start for the green wall. Kills already in their favor.
Yeah, Icy was the only member that went down here, but Mental, he's looking for a double kill, but he has backup. Hillman Explosive has been running the open area of this map all tournament long here, but now set up, holding a 2 hill cap. They're going to drop back and finally cap their home hill. One thing that I've noticed that these teams started to do is just send all their resources down low to make sure that they win that team fight and then rotating back to get their home hills.
SuMuNs just having a quick look over towards Ribs and Franchise. Recognizing that push could come through. Of course, we heard in the post-game interview, you know, SuMuNs has Ribs' number according to Optic Gaming, as you would expect. Speaking of, SuMuNs now having to back actually track a little bit there to his home hill. He's expecting the push to come through, and finally that push is coming through. Icy's going to be the first line of defense. Fran's going to fall. Now surely Icy picks up the double. He does. Nicely done. Elsewhere on the map, Toy goes down. Praise goes down. The floodgate open, and Optic Gaming smell blood.
Yeah, that's going to be 5 member downs for Team Envyus. Franchise and Ribs are the first 2 off of respawn, but I don't think they're going to be able to make it here. That's 3 people in the hill. That hill's going to be capped. Optic Gaming, round number 1.
And immediately Icy on his feet, as you would expect, letting Team Envyus know about it. A very, very quick round, minute 23. Of course, that was 10-second respawn timer as well.
Yes, it was here, but Optic Gaming know that, hey, you know, once we get all those kills in quick succession right there, push and play for that domination. Team Envyus, usually we see the double block here. Oh, they are.
It's going to be one of those grand finals?
Are they going to start it off spicy?
Are we going to do this?
I think that'd be a good play to decide on where they want to put it at. But if they want to start it off early, I'm all about it.
No.
They're going to keep it light. They're going to keep it light for a second, but that's going to be fine.
Okay.
Incense are going to go down, but you can already know if Optic Gaming loses this next round, 100% retros go down.
Absolutely.
Explosives is going to be out there to bully people.
Absolutely, and Explosives had a fantastic event as well. Of course, we announced the breakout player earlier on. We still have our Season 1 MVP to announce. We're curious to know who walks away with that one.
As well.
Players in that conversation.
We're going to see this opening break right here, but now it's going to be a 2v2 fight. Actually, Optic Gaming is going to choose for SuMuNs to actually just push top tables and get this angle. So he's going to be lancering down here, trying to help out the rest of his teammates. Toy full red. SuMuNs is still crossing over the top. He's there to help Mental. He's going to be able to back them out. They will pick up these kills here, and they will get control of this B hill. He's going to drop back, recap his home hill. Mental will get these incense, and now Optic Gaming is just going to reset here and wait for the rest of their teammates to come off a spawn, and then they're going to start to make a push here for this domination.
Optic Gaming with a ton of map control as it stands. I mean, just going to cap their home hill now as the players come off spawn. It's a 2-to-1 hill advantage in favor of Optic Gaming. Now the question, what do they want to do with it? Are they more than happy and content to just build themselves a point lead?
I know we got a 3v3 fight that's about to go down here on this B hill. All players are stacking up here. Optic Gaming is going to be in a good position. They're going to back out of here, but now Envyus coming in with the pinch here, and the first kill coming out, 4 Solars. And now Team Envyus, they got a few more kills to pick up there, but Optic is just going to rotate out, but Mental is going to kill himself in Solars there. Team Envyus will get control over this B hill. They're going to hold this 2-cap for a while. They can definitely come back with it.
Yes, they can. Explosive now, once again, over towards A. It's going to be Toy Soldier there. Toy versus Explosive. Explosive finds the pick. Nicely done. SuMuNs as well elsewhere. Of course, that is going to be on Team Envy's home hill. Will shut down Ribs. So Optic Gaming now just with 1 hill. Team Envyus looking good to just try and fight back a little bit here and start reducing that early lead.
Yeah, so Team Envyus, they still have control over B. Optic is about to push in here. Nobody from Envyus is guarded, so this is going to be a free hill for Optic. You're going to have 2 members putting some shots down from the cave. Optic is trying to get that pinch. Toy's trying to make it out, but Praise is going to have to try to save him, but he's going to have to be forced to back out unless he just want to come in here and take this fight. Going to get down in that process. So 2 hill cap in favor of Optic Gaming. The score is still close. Team Envyus, once they come off respawn, they need to rotate and put pressure on Optic's home hill. It's going to be a 1v1 happening over there already. And Franchise, he gets shut down by Explosive. Optic is in a good position here.
The problem for Team Envyus is Optic can collapse on that home hill if they want to. Ribs does finally put a stop to SuMuNs, and you know that really is going to be one of the keys, that key player matchup, if you will, for this map number 1 of the grand final. SuMuNs so far does seem to have Ribs in his back pocket, but only 1 round played, so let's not get ahead of ourselves too much. Speaking of Ribs, here is a look at his perspective. He's thinking about trying to wrap over towards A, has Mental and SuMuNs behind. It's like he's behind 3 players, but no, immediately gets called out. Icy is there to put a stop to any potential threat towards that home hill, and now you look at the points plays, 162 to 118. Optic Gaming look good to go 2-0 up.
Yeah, Envyus is in a bad position. It's going to be a 1v1 on top of that B hill that's going to need to be won by Envy for them to keep this 2 hill cap. They cannot lose, and actually they do lose, and I think that's Franchise that just got taken out over there for control over that B hill. Optic Gaming, they're in a beautiful position. They got 2 hills capped. Envy's got a few players down. This should be their round.
Yeah, Optic Gaming making round number 2 look like a mere formality. Nothing else. Toy Soldier, he's going to go down. SuMuNs finds that pick. Ribs falls as well. And Optic Gaming flood the home hill of Envyus, but it didn't matter. The damage was done in terms of points. Optic Gaming now 2-0 up here in map number 1.
I'm interested to see what's going to happen here on this weapon placement. You know,
I mean, they hovered drop, right? They hovered that straight off the bat. Do they now maybe say, hey, let's go for it?
You know, we saw him earlier put something down dead center where they were fighting for. Optic Game actually had put M-Bar dead center, so we're going to see if Envyus wants to focus the fight down here middle map. So they're going to choose to put Turbo middle map.
Okay, all right. I'm a fan of that. We're seeing more and more.
We started to see that recently. Yeah, we saw a lot of Turbos, but actually teams putting heavy weapons in those slots. It's almost seemed like something that they've been keeping in their back pocket for this event.
Definitely has been. As now going to round number 3. Optic, of course, up 2 rounds to 0. Envy going to try and use that Torpedo to get themselves a couple of rounds here and bounce back in map number 1. On board with Solus to kick things off here in round 3.
Solars does have the option to quick pick it if he wants to and back out, but he's taking some shots from the side from that closed area. He's going to be forced to push. They're debating, hey, do we push Optic? We got a guy in front of us, guy behind us. He goes down as well. Explosive gets 1 kill. He's going to push across here. Praise picks up 1 as well. He's full red. That Torque is still in play. Both teams trading off kills here, but Optic does have the advantage here mid-map, and they will get their 4th kill there.
Ribs goes down, and now that Torque surely will belong to Optic Gaming. It's going to be SuMuNs that managed to grab it. Meanwhile, Toy Soldier off spawn, darting down towards that B hill. Team Envyus do have the point lead here, but that's going to be eradicated pretty soon, you would imagine, because Optic Gaming have a ton of map control. Finally, the B hill's going to be neutralized. They're capping their home hill as well. Toy needs to get himself in a position here where he can potentially stop that trip cap domination from coming through if Optic Gaming get that aggressive.
Yeah, you know, he definitely can't stop it. Envyus is getting no points now. They don't have their home hill cap. They are about to send a player over there to get it right now. The Torque is keeping that B hill locked down. They're in a good position. He wants to hand it off to Kenny. And Kenny, you know, he's been pocketing that Torque all tournament. He's definitely been hitting some good shots with it. But 2 hills in favor of Optic. Those NCNs should be off a respawn very soon here. Team Envyus is using this time. It's still early on this round to say, hey, let's come up with a strategy. Let's make this push as a unit. No point of forcing it here.
Yeah, there's no point of going into panic mode quite yet. As Kenny runs there, he revs the Torque, doesn't connect with the kill just yet. Of course, this is good for Optic Gaming. 2-1 hill advantage. They're going to try and build themselves a lead. Toy needs to be a little careful there. He will find 1. That's going to be explosive. And he's trying to get himself out of that, but Kenny
ankle with that one.
Just tagged him.
Now Praise is looking, he's gonna have help here on his B hill, smokes out, but he may actually stun himself with that. He's gonna rotate out SuMuNs, takes out Solars. 1v2, can Praise come out on top with it? He gets 1, now he drops back. SuMuNs, 1v2 situation, does he stay alive? He goes down as well. Team Envyus will get control over this B hill. C is being contested, but they're gonna actually pick up that kill over there. And now Optic is saying, hey, you know what? We don't have control over B. Let's start to push for Team Envyus' home hill. We're about to have a fight over here now.
And they're so quick at making that decision. As soon as they saw the pressure on the opposite side of the map, they're already running down that home street. You can see A hill, of course, right in front of your eyes. Mental is going to back away from that one. Him and Explosive both playing their life, but they force so many members of Team Envyus to respect that push. The B hill now may be weak or vulnerable.
Yeah, so Solars is a little bit, he might get caught out of position. Actually, he didn't see that one coming. And, so he's going to get picked up there by Mental. Mental looking for the double kill. That one as well.
Okay. 2
members down of Team Envyus. The B hill may go in favor of Optic Gaming now. They're fighting a 2v3 over there for control over those incense in that B hill. Now, actually going to have praise, get one, but they're going to finally clean up those kills. Optic Gaming domination coming through here. It's going to come down to the fight on their home hill.
Yeah, Solars has to just try and buy his teammates a little bit of time. Is he going to be able to take one down with him? Yes, he is, but steps up the hill, and the trip cap domination comes through. 3 rounds to 0 now in favor of Optic Gaming. They have started this grand final very, very well.
Now, I wonder, is Team Envyus kind of regretting the Incense play early on? You know, you got Torque mid-map. You still have nades as an option. You can block the duels. They've been leaving those duel spawns open so far. Blocking it is just it's a standard move that they do against them. Now they're going to put Embar.
All right.
So they said, hey, you know, we need some extra firepower here. Let's try to focus, making sure we bring the tempo of this fight down to the bottom half of the map.
Yeah, that's going to be the key. Now you're going to have a much bigger fight over on that statue side. Of course, that Embar is definitely going to come into play. Curious to see who will walk away with it. We've had that discussion so many times. Who's the best Embar player between these two teams and on these two teams?
And yeah, the last vote was, I was saying it was Solars, right?
Yeah.
But who won it? Did Icy win that vote?
No, that was Mental won that one.
Yeah, Mental won. They said Mental or Icy there, but we're gonna see with it. Solars makes big plays there with that Embar, and when he's on fire, he controls the map single-handedly with that weapon.
He really does. But speaking of control, it's Optic Gaming once again. You get early control here in round number 4. Of course, our respawn delay getting up there a little bit now. Nothing too crazy, but Ribs has incense. He's also looking over at that B hill. It's going to be SuMuNs. Has 0 points on the board. No team has kept a hill yet for very strange.
And that just comes down to these guys realizing, especially in these later rounds, we're in 16-second respawns. It's all about winning those initial team fights. Right. You get those kills consecutively, then you can just push and put the pressure and force those guys onto their home hill. And it's just the play that we're starting to see now.
I see now, of course, with Embar in hand, see if we can try and get some headshots. This is the first one. Fran thinking about maybe trying to push. I see he recognizes the push could come through, wisely backs away, plays his life and walks away with that Embar as his prize. Of course, you can hear him revving it in the background, waiting.
He actually did get the kill on Toy pushing mid-map there.
Wow. Boat in the hands of Mental. Very, very powerful. I see. He's sitting with 11 kills, and the game just slows down so much.
Always slows.
Okay, Solars. He just got a haircut.
The sharpshooter right there. Looking for the second one, but I think he actually caught Fran in the ankle there. He's going to be full red, having to back up. And he's going to escape there. No, actually, I take it back. He's going to try to get into this fight, but he goes down. He had help over the top, but they're going to have to retreat. Optic Gaming is just going to be holding his 2-hill cap. They say, hey, you know what? Envyus, they has to push us. And actually, Optic says, hey, you know what? We're going to try to push up here and end this one. Shot just barely missed Ribs. Almost went through his armpit.
That was a really important kill for Ribs because it just stopped that pressure from Optic Gaming. They could have just collapsed on Team Envyus, and they're just trying to make sure that Icy isn't being too effective with that Embar. He's not getting too many picks with it. But for Team Envyus, you still have plenty of time in this round. The score currently 120 to 79. It is growing now and increasing with Optic Gaming with that 2-to-1 hill advantage. But Envy, they need to formulate a plan, and they need to formulate that plan soon.
Yeah, both these teams at this point is just playing for dominations. Toy caught Icy off guard. Maybe the play that his team needs. He's going to be over here decapping Team Envyus' home hill. They're going to have to try to get Toy off of it, but they know exactly where he is, and they work together, take him out, and will regain control over their home hill right now, so they will get the 2-cap. At this point, they don't really have to push, but knowing Optic Gaming, they're going to push anyway and get the game over with as soon as possible.
Fran, he is going to secure that B hill for Team Envyus. We'll see if maybe someone can try and make that push over towards the A hill. No, Ribs has talk. New Embar picked up by SuMuNs from Optic Gaming, and Kenny instantly finds that pick there on Ribs. That talk is not going to be too much of a factor there from Team Envyus, but Optic Gaming, it's almost as if they're in cruise control right now, Blaze. They're making this one look easy.
They really are here. They are just dictating the entire pace of this game. But, you know, in the finals here, you know, I'm actually surprised of how much this gameplay has slowed down. Reminds us of that finals back in London.
It does. I was thinking the same thing. It's just so slow. Both teams trying to formulate that plan, but Optic Gaming, they're going to go up 4 rounds to 0 now in map number 1 of our grand final at the Las Vegas Open, presented by Caesars Entertainment.
You know, now going into round number 5 here, we're going to be at 18-second respawns here. So, you know, whoever usually wins this initial fight will come out with the domination. So I'm curious to see what Envyus wants to do. They have those dual spawns up there. They have the option to put something big there, maybe double snipes. Or blocks. Yeah, they're going to just go for the blocks, giving no free weapons here. They know, you know, Optic can definitely abuse anything that they put there. So they're just going to say, hey, let's focus on the Embar, let's focus on the twerk bow. It's already a lot of juicy stuff on the map already.
And we have to get a little bit of momentum here in map number 1. You do not want to go into the half down 5 rounds to 1, or even, obviously, worst case scenario, 6-0 down. Definitely not the start to the grand final they would have liked to have had.
So now the rotation coming out. It's going to be a 2v1 fight over here for this M-bar. But the thing is that even in these fights, you know, it depends on where these players want to go and rotate. Praise gets the first kill. They need to take out Mental. Toy gets one as well. You cannot let Mental trade or get any kill in this situation here. So he's going to go down as well. SuMuNs with the incense. He will be guarding that B hill. It's going to be hard to take this, but it's going to prevent Team Envyus from coming out with that domination this round.
Uses both incenses, does not connect with a kill on Solars, but Solars will live to fight another day. Note, Toy Soldier now has M-bar in hand. We'll see if he can try and be effective with that. He's looking over towards that B hill, seeing if maybe he can try and get a quick pick on anyone from Optic Gaming in the wrong place at the wrong time. But it doesn't look like it for now. Optic with 2-1 hill control, and they're going to be earning themselves a lead.
Team Envyus is grouping up, though. They want to go for Optic's home hill, but, you know, all the Optic Gaming members, they already are respawned. It was just too slow of a rotation right there. But picking up these 2 kills, they have to get it going here. They need to take the 2v1 over at the B hill, or they need to take the 3v1 on Optic's home hill here and push in here. You can't let whoever this is over here get any kills, and that's going to be Icy.
Icy's going to be in that 1v2. Is he going to be able to at least shut someone down? Doesn't look like it. The B hill's gone in favor of Team Envyus. Now they jump onto the C hill as well. Optic Gaming flying off spawn. Will they be able to break the hill? That's going to be the question. It SuMuNs there first. He does touch it. Now comes the rest of the cavalry from Optic Gaming. The kill's still in Team Envyus' favor. Solars pushes straight out, and Envy will win their first round here in map number 1 of the grand final.
And that's what you need there from Team Envyus. You know, one thing that you got to note, they kept their spacing. You know, they knew where they had the man advantage at, and they said, hey, you know what? Let's make sure we just keep putting out damage. No point in putting ourselves in that give range.
Fallout just tried to get a Team Envyus chant going. And then all of a sudden, Optic fan stands up and goes, this is how you chant. Yo, Fallout should take some lessons. That's how you get a chant going right there.
The crowd is not one-sided. Well, actually, you know what? We got a lot of Optic Gaming fans in the crowd.
Oh, so many. So many. Of course, one of the biggest fan bases in all of esports. Now, the final round of the first half. What are we going to see place? It's going to be those frag grenades.
Yeah, take that turbo out of the middle map there. Definitely causing a lot of commotion. But now they know exactly where the fight's going to be focused at. It's going to be down low on statue. So this is kind of got like we're flipped in this first half. You know, you got SuMuNs over there, Pistons fighting that 1v1 for control over Incense, and the rest of the team fighting that team fight by the statue side.
As we said, the final round of the first half, 20-second respawns. Team Envyus put themselves into a little bit of a hole here, 4-1 down. But again, another one of those must-win rounds there. You cannot allow Optic Gaming to be 5-1 up at the half. It's just too big of a mountain to climb.
And I think they said it early on. I think Mental said it. He says, you know what? SuMuNs is just going to bully Ribs.
And that's exactly
what he did there at the B hill. He capped up, grabbed those incense, and now he's already rotated and got map control for his team.
Oh, the C hill will be broken. Toy with a team kill though on Praise, and that may cost him because Mental wins the 1v1. Trip cap domination inbound. Optic Gaming 5-1 up.
Optic. It's just like so good right now. It's just
Championship Sunday Optic Gaming. This is what you get. They really do turn it into a completely new beast. They're a scary team, but then you put them on Championship Sunday in a grand final on that main stage, they get even scarier.
Now, folks, this is going to be halftime, so these hills will flip. Now, in this second half, we see a lot of these teams like to favor just going to cap the home hills. You know, they like that home hill setup just because the hills are the more compacted area. It's a choke point in which you have to get into the hills where you can definitely just focus with your lancers. Having those lancers, having those support weapons out, it's very hard for teams to break that type of setup.
Mental already with the first pick of the round. It's Solars that goes down. Explosive, he managed to find himself a pick as well, and you can see the intent from Optic Gaming immediately flying at Team Envyus' home hill. Mental's going to put himself in there. Now Envy, they have to respect that, obviously. Ribs is going to be the player in a 1 versus 2 situation. Is he going to be able to find a couple of kills? The support is coming. It's going to be Fran who manages to get across there. No, Toy Soldier's also fallen as well, and it looks good that Team Envy will be able to at least defend their home.
So Team Envyus has that 1 hill in their favor. Optic has 2. Now Envy, they don't want to go for home hills. They actually want to push as a unit and try to get this E hill. But now I don't know if they're going to have the smokes to actually break this. Going to have 2 Optic Gaming members in prime position. You see the support fire coming in from Icy, just trying to get some damage in in case Kenny has to fight this 1v1. That's going to slow down the assault coming out from Ribs, but he has help over the top. Here comes Praise and Solars.
Yeah. Icy managed to have to just back away from that one. Ribs has put himself in a great position. More support coming. Unfortunately, though, Ribs does go down. He's going to be cleaned up. It's Kenny and SuMuNs doing the work for Optic Gaming. Praise is going to fall as Mental flies in. Now there's just one player left for Envy. It was Toy. He goes down. Solar's forced to back away from this one and retreat over towards that home hill, but the home hill's actually being capped. Optic Gaming looking to go 6-1 up here in map number 1. Will they be able to get it? Not just quite yet. Franchise finds the kill on SuMuNs.
He's going to take out SuMuNs. Now Envy, I already know the next rotation is to try to push for these home hills because the majority of the Optic Gaming players are on the other side of the map. So if you need to make these rotations as quick as possible here, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get over here, especially with the team kills that's been happening.
Yeah, there's been a fair amount of them.
But Praise got the triple kill mid-map, yeah.
Nicely done from him, and instantly Ribs is trying to rotate over towards the E-hill. Has the support of Praise. This is a 1v2 for Mental. And Mental more than happy to try and take it. The support fire is going to come through. And now Mental goes for it, just runs straight through. Turns around, he was looking for Praise. Praise does go down, but that E-hill now completely neutral.
Now he's going to throw the smoke, and but he's actually going to get chunked there by SuMuNs. He actually kind of stunned himself, so it really wasn't much he can do there. So after Gaming, quick double kill. They're going to get control over E. You take a look at the score, they have a huge lead. They don't have to play for the domination. Team Envyus, their players need to know, like, hey, you know what? We need to just think independently. Some of those guys need to go over there and fight that 1v1 for control over the E hill. The rest of them needs to win the team fight to get over here towards the F hill. And I don't know if they're going to be able to do this. They're not winning the fights just yet, and time is running out.
Yeah, time is of the essence. 196 to 140. Optic Gaming still with a 2-1 hill advantage. The F hill has been neutralized. Is there anybody at all over at the E hill? I'm not sure if there is for Team Envyus. It's a 2v1 fight on that side of the map. It doesn't matter. Optic Gaming are steamrolling through the boys in blue.
Optic Gaming are 8 rounds away. 8 rounds away from winning Season 1. They're going to have to, Team Envyus, you know, if they want to make this comeback, I don't think we've ever seen a 6-1 comeback on land on any map.
Let me tell you, this would be a hell of a time to do it.
It really would be.
Grand Finals, biggest event of the year, $300,000 to play for. Don't want to go down first map.
Everybody, they've using their secret strategies here, placing these heavy power weapons dead center. They're going to put drop shot there. They're going to have that power weapon open. But the one thing I can tell you is all about just winning this team fight.
Absolutely. That's going to be, of course, the last weapon placement Team Envyus are going to have the opportunity of actually putting on that map. And they go for that drop shot dead center. See who is going to walk away with that one on board with Praise.
Quick,
is he thinking about it? I think he wants to.
There you go. You can't second guess those decisions. Got him. Oh, coming up short here. He's going to put it away. He has it on his back, but he may lose his gunfight, and he will go down with those 2 drop shots on his back. Can Ribs come big for his team here? 1v1 against explosives. He's looking for him. He's hunting.
Around Rosie. Explosive.
Savage.
Finds the kill. His 16th of the game so far. And the MVP chant breaks out here in Las Vegas. He really has had a phenomenal event. Okay. All right, Explosive. You get a little rowdy on that main stage.
Vincent, if you had to pick an MVP between missiles and explosives, who do you pick?
Who do I pick?
Yeah.
For season or event? Event, if it was this event, I'm going explosive all day, every day. Season, my heart lies with Mental.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna hold you to that. We're gonna see who wins later on, though. I was, on the other side of that one. I'm thinking explosive, but at the same time, Mental is so clutch.
Clutch. Every single clutch.
I feel like it's a lot of factors. They both got different roles on the team, but it's a lot of factors that you have to take into play.
I did ask. Can we just give it to like both of them? It'd be
I asked Icy who he voted for. He wouldn't tell me. He wasn't trying to cause no problems with his side of the team.
He voted for explosive.
I think he would have too.
No, he did. He told me.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, why are you just gonna expose him like?
Hey, man, you gotta let him know. Let him know. As it stands, though, Optic Gaming still 6-1 up. And you can see in this one, it is Team Envy controlling those home hills. They're going to reduce the early Optic Gaming lead. And in goes the cavalry for Optic Gaming. I see on your screen. Is he going to have to think about backing away from this one? Praise did shut it down. He managed to find that pick on Mental, and this is a good hold from Team Envyus. The problem, though, is there's still one player alive, and it is going to be the man Explosive. We were just talking about him, but he is not going to be able to get any further damage done. Brian able to clean that up.
Oh, who was that? That was Kenny with the 1 kill. And they're going to take out Solars there as well. They just was not able to catch Kenny before he passed that 1 choke point to get any damage on him beforehand. Drop shot is going to get picked up. Now we're going to see what Icy can do with it. Gonna put that shot behind Praise, force him to that statue. Got 2 people behind him. He's gonna use the shotgun instead.
Push him.
Didn't want to risk killing themselves. He sees Ribs. I'm pretty sure they just call out Bernie at this point.
Yep, Ribs is going to fall as well. 21st kill for Icy, who you can make a big argument of him potential MVP.
This is the prime drop shot situation, and he's going to catch the kill on Praise as well.
Nicely done. 3 players now go down for Team Envyus. Toy and Solars are up. They're going to have to backtrack over towards that F hill. Icy versus Solars. He's going to have players behind him as well. And Solars will clean him up, but this is looking good for Optic Gaming to take map number 1 here of our grand final. They have 2-1 hill control, now at 183 points to 166 of Envy. Envy, at this point, are going to need a miracle.
They might be able to get this miracle. They just need to win a 2v2 fight at the E hill. They have numbers over here on top of Optic Gaming's home hill, but they need to get in this hill now. Both hills being decapped here and capped up in Team Envyus' favor. They may actually get this. Benson going to come out with that kill, and they will win a fight. Team Envyus coming up clutch right there. The numbers fell in their favor there. They had the man advantage when they pushed for Optic's home hill, and they won a 2v2 fight at that E hill.
Okay, so they did it once. Nicely done. Now you go do another 5 times.
That's true. You know, that's gonna be hard for them to do.
This is an uphill battle.
But I will tell you one thing. That's the type of round that's going to build your team's confidence here.
Yeah,
and you need a few more of those.
You do. It's a round by round.
And you know this is going to be a dog fight, so they came in here preparing for it.
This is very true. Very true indeed. Of course, smiles from Team Envyus after that last round win. And in terms of weapon placement, obviously.
Going to see that block. Yeah, the block over the top there. Optic doesn't want anything else. You know, the map gets crazy when you have so many heavy power weapons on the map. You know, you don't want that. You want to be able to focus all the players into one area, you know, just based off, you know, where your team feels more comfortable taking that fight at.
Explosive 18 kills to his name and 11 downs as well. 53 time dead. Looking to add a couple more to his tally. Praise will fall, but he was able to shut down Mental beforehand, and now he sees Ribs. Explosive is just like, bro, I'm running straight at you. Not giving any respect at all. SuMuNs is down, but Ribs can't clean that kill up. And Explosive now needs to go for the bait revive. Ribs does find one. Nicely played. Can Ribs find himself a double? It's going to be close. SuMuNs goes down. Nicely done by Ribs. And honestly, if Ribs can get going a little bit, if he can heat up here, he could be that catalyst for Team Envyus to take this map.
But that's not even
start the comeback.
And I agree with you on that kind of, but like that's not even Ribs' main job. Okay, you see the other Slayers on the squad. You have Praise, you have Solars, you have Toy Soldier. Those are your Slayers right there. Those are the guys that you need going off. You need Ribs making those rotations and defending your home hill. But once again, I will say that he does need to keep SuMuNs in check and start winning those 1v1s.
Definitely. SuMuNs basically single-handedly won a fair amount of rounds in the first half by himself, and Toy makes a smart play, just pushes, doesn't even want the fight, puts himself on Optic Gaming's home hill. It will be now completely decapped, so Optic going to find themselves in a little bit of trouble here. They're going to have to fly over towards Toy Soldier, but Toy Soldier is heating up a little bit now in our grand final. Icy trying to defend his home hill with his life. Still looking for that kill, and honestly, this is looking good for Team Envyus. They get the trip cap domination, and Toy, there you go, getting a little energetic on the main stage.
They need, what is this, 4 more rounds? 4 more, 6-1. Okay, they need to come through to make sure this happens. So, gotta look at this placement on what they want to do.
Envy calling for a timeout.
You know, tactical timeout.
Tactical timeout, man. I'm telling you. Tactical timeout. We should introduce them.
Ice those thumbs.
Dude, absolutely. And if anything, though, this is actually a bad thing for Team Envyus. Just as they start getting a little bit of momentum coming into the series, all of a sudden, you know, you have to kind of pause. It was actually Team Envy as well that were asking for the pause, I believe. So curious to see exactly what that issue was. But as it stands, it is Optic Gaming in full control of this one. If we were to see a comeback, though.
I'm pretty... And we're going to get back into this match soon, folks. We got Mix and Poppy in the building. Okay, fixing every issue that we need.
God love Mix and Poppy, of course.
Oh, that was weak. That was weak.
That was a really weak wave.
I'm gonna call y'all out on that one.
That was subpar. We're better than that. Come on. See that Las Vegas crowd.
but so there we go. That's a little bit. That's slightly better.
Slightly better.
Slightly better, right?
Fallout just bailed. Please tell me the stream saw it. He's on his back. He's on his back.
He's on his back. John, we need you, man. Don't break your ankles.
John, you gotta be careful. Luckily, he doesn't use his legs to cast, so we're all right. We're all right. He's back on his feet. John's okay, people. He is okay.
I think it'll take a lot to take John down.
It really would, though.
It really would. But, you know, so far here in this matchup, Team Envyus looking like they're trying to make the comeback. The game has started again. You take a look at that scoreboard. Toy has the most time dead here for the squad. 255 seconds.
We'll see if he can try.
Vincent, what's a few things that you can do in 255 seconds?
I could do a fair amount of things in 55 seconds.
Is that like the amount of time it takes to make like a hot pocket?
We should ask Toy because he probably could do it right now if you wanted.
You probably could make a hot pocket quicker than that, to be honest.
As it stands, Optic Gaming 6-3 in the lead. We'll see if they can potentially try and close out this map.
Now you see the rotation coming out. We got the M-bar on the map here as well. That was the weapon placement for Optic. But now you do have drop shot, you do have M-bar, but at this point it just comes down to winning those team fights. And if you can get control over one of those power weapons for the other, as you see the way Toy is using his M-bar to guard the drop shot here. And drop shot will get picked up now. So both power weapons in Team Envyus' favor. They have drop shot and they have M-bar.
They're in a
this should be their round.
Phenomenal situation, but you've got to use them effectively.
Oh, it clipped the edge right there.
All good and well having the power weapons, but if you're not going to be effective with them, not really going to help you at all. As Toy does shut down explosive, another drop shot fired out.
I have to lead that one.
Praise needs to be careful here. He does shut down SuMuNs. That's two players dead.
Icy is looking for him.
Icy is Praise going to be able to win the fight. He has support. This is surely a 2v1. They're favored. Kenny to rescue. Kenny finds himself a double. Meanwhile, M-bar in the hands of Toy Soldier, not going to be able to connect with the kill.
And so we will have M-bar should be up on respawn very soon. Got a minute and 20 seconds away till the drop shot is up as well. So they can Team Envyus, they'll do good if they make a push in this direction. But if this push does not work out, going for Optic Gaming's home hill, Optic, you know, you have to rotate back over to get those power weapons. But if Team Envyus do push across here and get it, and they do that home hill setup, Optic is going to have all those other power weapons on the other side of the map. They're going to have M-bar coming up. They're going to have drop shot coming up. And they're going to have plenty of time to use those power weapons to break whatever setup Team Envyus is going to have.
Oh, Icy finds one. That's going to be Toy. Icy is going to actually get a team kill there on Mental. Mental obviously did find the pick on Solus before that, though. 2-1 hill advantage back in Team Envyus' favor, and a little bit of a shift in momentum could be occurring.
And so now Team Envyus, they do have the 2-cap, but they need to make sure that Optic doesn't get any of these power weapons. Fran is going to actually choose to take this fight, but too many Optic Gaming members there. He's going to make sure he pockets that drop shot. Optic will get control over E, so drop shot should be
pressure on F as well. The pressure comes through. Is Toy Soldier going to be able to deflect it? It looks good for now. Envyus surviving.
So Coach Ashes is back there keeping that drop shot time, and he's telling them, hey, 5 more seconds till it's up. So they're not really worried too much about this fight here, and they're going to pick up the new drop shot. Oh,
don't get turned on.
Oh, I was about to say, you can't let Fran do that to you.
Sneaky play from Explosive. The drop shot now in Kenny's hands. The trip cap domination could potentially come through from Team Envyus, though, in a sudden turn of events. The F hill, though, will be contested. The score 152 to 141. Optic Gaming in a good position here. If they can potentially just flood down that home streak to get a 2-1 hill advantage, that seems to be the game plan. You can see it on your screens. Fountain's fight was won by Team Envyus. They keep the 2-1 hill advantage, and they will keep building a lead.
Now, Optic, I think they're going to, actually, no. They're going to have a 2v2 fight to try to get this E hill, and they actually have nobody pushing for Envyus' home hill. They're going to have one player, and he's going to have to fight. Actually, it's going to be a 2v2 fight. They're going to pinch Team Envyus on a home hill from 2 different angles, but they have to win this fight over here as well. Icy gets one.
This could be potentially the game. It's a 2v1. Praise. You got to go big for Team Envyus now. Can you do it? Icy trying to go wide. He will. Optic Gaming will take the home hill, but it doesn't matter. No one over at E. 6-4 now. Team Envyus win 3 rounds on the trot. My heart, guy. My heart can't take this.
Vince, you think it's going to happen? 6-1?
One more round, and then it's looking extremely possible.
It definitely is here, especially with all these power weapons on the map. We're going to see what Optic wants to do here. Do they go for retros, incense, Botok, maybe Hammerburst here? Okay, some Hammerburst action.
Doesn't surprise me. Give that to Explosive. Let Explosive just, do even more damage, be even more of an impact on this map.
Very, very accurate with it. But I think that may be a SuMuNs weapon here. SuMuNs focusing on this half of the map here, because you're gonna want Explosives fighting for this drop shot and fighting for this M-bar over here. That's where you're gonna need your possible season MVP.
Potential. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, that will be announced following the grand final. I'm excited to find out, of course, who will win that one. Drop shot could actually be picked up by Optic Gaming here if they wanted it. Solus is going to open up with a couple of kills. That's 2. SuMuNs and Mental both go down. Praise grabs drop shot as well. This could be bad news bears right here for Optic Gaming. They're left running away with their tail between their legs. Envy not able to capitalize on the trip cap just yet, despite getting a couple of kills in their favor.
Got him.
The first drop shot doesn't connect. Icy puts a stop to any further push as well with that pick on Franchise.
And now the pressure is on here. Didn't see if the Empire got picked up. I want to say actually Empire is still on the ground there. Nobody has got it just yet. And but it's going to be a big team fight. Optic, Toy is the last man left here. He needs to get this kill. He is going to get melee. He drops back. He has a 1v2 to win. Empire gets picked up as well.
Toy, this could be that time. Trip cap domination coming through for Optic Gaming. You got to touch the hill, trusting in his teammates over on the other side of the map to win the fight. Solo shuts down Kenny, and Toy does escape with his life. He may have to play a little ring around the rosy here as those Optic players, of course, trying to hunt him down. The player with Embar out as well. Toy, difficult situation to play, but somehow still alive. That's the best of a bad situation.
Toy Soldier has to be the most mechanically gifted player here on this whole circuit. He has been for years. Things that, you know, he's done since Gears of War 3 has just been insane with that movement.
The fact that he managed to stay alive that long in a 1v2, and now, of course, Team Envyus, they will take control of E. Trip cap domination potentially coming in here for Team Envy. Optic Gaming flying towards the D hill. They will be able to shut down Franchise, and now home hills seem to be going over to Optic Gaming. It's going to be both of them. 2-to-1 hill advantage back to the green wall, and more importantly,
if I'm Envy, I'm sending all my players over there towards E. You guys don't have the M-bar, but drop shot's going to be up soon. Icy's going to be watching that. Use your smokes properly. If you can get the drop shot, you can definitely break this setup that Optic has, because without it, it's going to be very, very difficult.
It's going to be so hard. I mean, Optic Gaming is the best team in the game, in my personal opinion, at this exact strategy, at this setup.
And so, but drop shot and M-bar about to be up in 10 seconds. So Team Envyus needs to get that M-bar, probably even try to outplay Icy, you know, challenge him head on, but just kind of cover their teammates as they get that drop shot.
I'm curious to see if maybe Envy want to
I want to be making
bait out the drop shot pick and say, no, we're going to play for home hills instead, while you try and break your own setup to play for drop shot. The kills come in Envy's favor. Of course, Icy still with the M-bar in hand. He finds that pick on Franchise, and that may actually just deflect the pressure.
Yeah, so they will get drop shot without dying. Toy picks up a kill. They're putting pressure on the home hill. Domination possibly coming through. They already have control over E, and Ribs is going to be trying to make his way over there to help the rest of the squad out, but they are keeping their distance. They know they got help coming around the cold.
Icy flames.
Barely.
Swing and a miss. Of course, the D hill completely neutral. This is fantastic.
There's Ribs with the drop shot. There you go. Cross map. Not able to get anybody though.
SuMuNs with new M-bar as well. As it stands, the E hill fight was won for Optic Gaming, so they will keep control of it. Mental, though, still there, being sneaky through the smoke. Hello, how you doing, Praise? He falls. Solar's now sprinting across. Of course, trip cap domination could come in for Optic Gaming. Solar's versus Mental, huge 1v1. Mental playing his life. Solar's is going to have to just keep touching that hill. As it stands, Optic Gaming, the only team currently earning points with that E hill. The F hill goes in their favor, and Mental wisely backs away.
Hey, they say we pulled away with the lead here. They said, Billy, just do not die, drop back. You're going to have help soon. SuMuNs. Oh, did not connect with the body shot. He's going to have some pressure. Taking some shots. He's going to have to run away. Oh, but Franchise says, hey, I'm going to chase you down.
Fran has to. He has to win this fight. This is an absolutely massive one, and he's not going to be able to do so. SuMuNs staying strong for Optic Gaming. The E-hill will go to Team Envyus, but they have to touch F, and they have only 5 or 6 seconds to get across. SuMuNs finds Ribs as well. Can anyone touch the F-hill for Team Envyus, or will Optic Gaming be going 1-0 up? It's in the hands of Toy Soldier. He goes down. Praises are going to be able to get there, and Optic Gaming go 1 map up in our grand final.
Team Envyus got hot there towards the end and started to make that comeback. But the part that I was just disappointed in is that you know when these power weapons are coming up. You got 2 big ones coming. At that point, there's no point of making any pushes until you get control of that drop shot. You get control of that M-bar. Right. Make one good, successful push.
It kind of looked as if they were trying to bait out that drop shot, force Optic away from their home hill, maybe play for a very, very sneaky trip cap. Maybe that was the play call that was trying to be called there. But either way, Optic Gaming dominating in map number 1. You're right, though. There was a bit of a moment there where it looked like maybe Envy could have come back into that.
Like I said, that last round was definitely theirs. They just had to be a little bit more patient and slow the game down in that last round.
Well, if you're new to Gears of War esports and you're watching for the very first time, let's learn a little bit more about Optic Gaming.
I'm fully confident that my team will come away with the win in Vegas. Going into this event, we've won the past 2 LAN tournaments, and we've also won the past 11 2Ks. Anything other than a victory here would really be a disappointment. Going down as the best team in Gears of War history definitely means a lot to me, especially knowing that I've been here since the beginning. It'll really just prove to me that like all this time and effort that like myself and my team have put into this game won't be a waste of time. It'll be recognized as something special.
Optic Gaming have had one hell of a year, that's for sure. Fantastic season 1. And I have to ask you, you're the historian here. Is Optic Gaming, this current squad, the best team to ever play Gears of War esports?
Now, if they win this event, yes.
You would go that far?
I would go that far and say yes, because my thing is, if they didn't win this event, I would still say Affinity, Old School, was still the best team in Gears history, just because the simple fact is that when it came down between that span, you look at a span of 6 events, I believe, and both teams had won 5 events in that span, right? But in Affinities, they had a national championship in there as well. Also, they had won 4 events in a row as well. So, but Optic Gaming winning this event here, that'll be their 7th, no, this will be their 6th win here. And they would have 3-peated twice. With the talent that's on the squad here, I'm like, you have to go down. You win this, you are the best Gears of War team in history.
No pressure Optic Gaming then. Heading over into map number 2.
I know somewhere Atmo's out there watching, just like, I hope Team Envyus comes back and wins.
Of course, we're going over to Impact as map number 2. Optic Gaming with the advantage in our grand final here at the Las Vegas Open, presented by Caesars Entertainment. And we are underway. Optic Gaming going to be our blue squad. Team Envyus, our red squad. And we're kicking things off on board with Icy. His teammate Metal already managed to find the first kill of the game.
And now you see, folks, this is going to be Impact. We're going to see a lot of action, a lot of team fights here, just based off of how where these hills are located. And you just saw the fight go down in a place that we like to call top tables. So over here, you know, you're going to have that 44 fight every single round, and after halftime, once these hills flip, those home hills are going to be in that area as well. So that's the place you want to keep your focus on.
As it stands, the B hill, Optic Gaming control. They're cap their home hill as well. Trip cap domination could potentially come through very early on here in round number 1. They spring into life. I don't think Envy's going to be able to touch the hill. They will, in fact. They overextend to B. Who was that? It was Franchise making the round-saving play.
Yes, it was. And but he's going to have 3 Optic Gaming members charging him now. He's taking a lot of damage, not able to get out of there. He's going to have to use those Canis powers in this matchup if he wants the team to come back in here. But Optic looking good. They got a nice little lead here. They don't have their home hill. You got Team Envyus eyeing it, and but they have to push up these stairs. And you have Optic Gaming members just firing down with that Lancer. It's going to be hard to make this push here, but the team fight's about to go down underway.
Looking at Kenny's perspective, it's going to be Toy Soldier potentially trying to push him. Maybe also shuts down Icy here. 2-1 hill advantage should go back in favor of Team Envyus as they try and chip away at the early Optic Gaming lead. 75 points to 64 to be precise. Ribs, as you can think about potentially going back for that challenge. It's going to be SuMuNs that picks up the kill.
And so now, Optic Gaming, 2 hills in their favor. Team Envyus, they are off of, they got a few members dead, but the one thing about the map is how far the spawns are from the actual home hills. And it's super far. Like
your 10-second respawn is actually like a 17-second respawn before you actually have any kind of impact on helping your teammates or assisting those fights.
But Team Envyus, they're grouping up for this B hill. They're trying to get the team fight, but SuMuNs stops the first assault that's about to come out here, and he's looking for the second kill, but Franchise takes him out, and Icy is spying him, but they got teammates on B already fighting. Fran has to get into this fight, but he's gonna probably get picked off here by explosives, taking a lot of shots. It's gonna have to be him, and I think this is Ribs as well, but they both will get taken down.
Oh, explosive cleans up Fran, cleans up Ribs. Nicely done, and still Optic Gaming with that lead, 159 to 129. It's looking good for Optic to close out this first round.
Yeah, Praise tried to overextend for that home hill, but he got shut down. And you take a look at the score, Optic controlling these 2. two hills. Team Envyus needs to win this team fight over here on the B hill, but they just lost a player. They're going to trade out here as well. Big kill Toy needs to get. He goes down. And now you see Optic with all these lancers here. They will control this B hill. I don't think Team Envyus can do much of anything the rest of this round.
Nope, doesn't look like it. Optic Gaming should be good to solidify the round. They will with Mental finding Ribs, his third kill of that first round. Nicely played from Optic. And they're just going to continue with that momentum that they had from game 1.
Yes, they are here. And Optic 6 rounds away from being your Vegas champions.
6 more rounds.
6 more rounds.
You walk away with the final event of season 1.
Walk away with 120 grand in 6 more rounds.
What would you do with that?
I'd throw it all in the bank.
Throw it all in the bank? All right.
I would travel, actually. I would travel.
Yeah, you even just got booed. Someone put it in the bank. Boo. You're in Vegas as well, man. Like, if there was ever a place to spend that prize money,
120 grand on black.
100? No, you wouldn't.
120 grand on black.
Yo.
I would be depressed after that if I lost.
I mean, you're either very, very happy or very, very sad.
Yeah.
One or the other. Of course, there a look at Toy Soldier, explosive as well, who, as I said, for me, if you take the event MVP, it has to be this man. It has to be explosive. He really has played that well throughout all 3 days of competition.
Why not season MVP?
I think Mental's better.
We're gonna see.
He is the clutchest player I've ever seen in any esport.
That's true. He is so calm.
Ever.
Like, he is so calm. But also, what makes him great is that he doesn't have that ego. You know, he'll clutch up, and he hears everybody calling him the best, but he always stays cool, calm, and collected, and he doesn't let it get to his head.
And he often passes praise on to his teammates as well, which is always nice to hear. You know, you'll speak to him after a map, and you're like, yo, when you destroyed those guys, that was great. And he's like, yeah, but I wouldn't have been able to do it. You know, someone wasn't there and wasn't helping me and whatnot. It's very refreshing to hear coming from Mental. And speaking of Mental, on your screens now, is going to have a little bit of a fight towards that B hill. Shuts down Toy. Now looking for more. Hey, why not push it? May as well, right? Fran is obviously up top window, putting down a lot of shots. Explosive will assist Ben.
Full cap domination coming out here for Optic Gaming. Wait for it. This is going to be, Fran has a 1v3 that he needs to take that I don't think he's going to be able to get. That's going to be one. He goes down there. The fight coming out, and Optic Gaming takes this next round.
5 more rounds.
5 more rounds. When it comes down to this weapon placement, Team Envyus is going to have to ask themselves, what can we place here to really just change the tone of this map? But I say you go big. You go drop shot, boom shot, force these fights, force Optic in a specific area of this map.
And they thought about it in map number 1, if you remember. They hovered drop shot for probably about 25 seconds of the first weapon placement. They decided against it, and they put it down in the second half, obviously. Now, are they going to do a similar thing here in map number 2? Sniper rifle being looked at potentially, but it's going to be frag grenades.
I wonder, was that an accident? I didn't see the timer in the side, though. I think they wanted frags. They definitely wanted frags there. That's definitely prime position for frag grenades. They want to see how the next few rounds play out first. Yeah. You know, you're going to have frags there, but they can put their big power weapon down the next round. They also have ensigns to choose from as well. So, and you only have 2 slots left on this map, and that's going to be one at the cockpit and one at the tail to put down weapons.
Well, now our respawn delay goes up to 14 seconds. Of course, it increases by 2 seconds per round. We're in competitive Gears of War. Looking at Explosive's perspective for the green wall. Is he going to be able to find a couple of picks early on in round number 3? Doesn't look like it just yet, but he's staying alive.
And so here, you're going to have the team fight is still kind of underway. Team Envyus is trying to push back there and get that B hill, but it's just too many Optic Gaming members over there, and it's all up to Toy, and he's 1 shot away from going down. He goes down. 2 hill cap in favor of Optic Gaming. You already have people on Team Envyus' home hill. You got 4 down, and you're going to have that last player go down as well. That's franchise. The spawn is so far away, nobody's going to be able to make it here in time, and that's going to be Optic Gaming taking another round and being 4 rounds away from being your Vegas champions.
Optic Gaming are steamrolling through Team Envyus at the beginning. These team fights all in Optic Gaming's favor. I mean, Team Envyus, I mean, you look at that scoreboard, you just need to start killing people. It's as simple as that, right? You just got to start slaying.
They need to start winning these team fights. This is where you go big. They actually may say, hey, you know what? Things aren't working out on the top half of the map at this cockpit. Let's go down towards the tail end of this map here, put a big weapon down, and let's see if this can go in our favor here.
Team Envyus trying to change the map up a little bit. And that's definitely going to be changing it. Obviously, drop shot down on the tail end. Can they get control of it, though, and somehow fight their way back again, starting from behind? This is an uphill battle now for Team Envyus.
They're going to have actually 5. Optic is going to have 5 members in this fight. Team Envyus is only going to have 4. They're going to send 1 player to the other half of the map. They actually got 3 members focusing more towards the nade area. So Optic is going to come in here, win his team fight with ease, and possibly even get this drop shot with ease as well.
Praise trying to put a stop to any further push there from Optic Gaming, but he will go down. Kenny claims his prize, which is that drop shot, basically for free there. And he should also be good to potentially put that to some good use. You see him already on that A-hook.
I think the game plan that Envyus was thinking and saying, hey, you know what? Let's go rotate over. Let's grab nades. You're going to have two people try to hold them off from getting a drop shot. Rotate the nades over. Try to pick up a few free kills. But, you know, I just didn't like the decision making right there. I feel like, you know, just go and take that team fight head on there. Maybe send one person to go just kind of fight the 1v1 in nades or just kind of make sure they just don't get picked up for free. But you want majority of your resources down there trying to pick up that drop shot.
Kenny knows Praise is through that smoke. Praise is going to be forced to back away, of course. Team Envyus do still have control of that B hill. They're trying to fight to retake their home hill. Kenny trying to do some damage with that drop shot. Of course, Solas will find the pick on Icy. Praise, though, still looking to just hunt down Optic Gaming.
And so now Keel's going to pick up. Solar's going to be able to take out Kenny. SuMuNs goes down here as well. So Team Envyus is going to have 3 Optic Gaming members down. They're going to rotate over here to try to cap this B hill. They don't have control over their home hill, so they're not getting any points, but they are getting the kills necessary for them to control this B hill.
Now that 2-to-1 hill advantage in favor of Team Envyus. Slowly but surely, just take away that early Optic Gaming lead. Nothing too drastic, of course. Now Explosives making his way over towards that B hill. See if he can try and retake control of it for Optic Gaming.
Oh, he's going to get him. Oh, Ribs is going to say, hey, you know what? He stayed here. He called for help. That's going to be Ribs and Fran looking to take out Explosives. They're just trying to put some shots on him. But the thing is about this play is that they're wasting a lot of time right there with Explosives. He's just distracting 2 players. He's not even worried about getting the kills. He's saying, hey, I'm just stay alive. I got 2 players focused on me. Make sure you guys rotate over, try to get their home hill, try to break the B hill. Because essentially it's a 4v3 on the other half.
And that's exactly what they do. They get A, they get C. Now the trip cap could potentially come through. Kenny can win the 1v1. It's going to be Franchise versus Kenny. Kenny trying to put the moves on Fran. Not going to find the kill, though. Fran does keep control of that B hill. And as he said, that was a big win for him. Of course, keeps Team Envyus in the round.
Yeah. So now you have SuMuNs. He's playing around in Envyus' spawn here as well. Just throwing smokes. He's distracting people, trying to stay. Oh.
Okay.
What you doing?
All right. SuMuNs. Praise does clean him up, but SuMuNs showing he has the moves. As Optic Gaming now getting dangerously close to going 4-0 up here in map number 2. Team Envy, they have to start applying the pressure. They have to go. You're running out of time.
Yeah, and so drop shot in favor of Optic. They're looking good here. They got the 2 hill cap. Team Envyus is going to need a trip cap to win. They're just going to say, hey, let's just trade these weapons back and forth here. Patty cake on top of our home hill. And the rotation coming back. This is going to be another Optic Gaming round here.
I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. Already Icy shuts down Praise. The B hill is being taken away, but I don't think anyone's in a position to stop the A hill. That's going to be the problem for Team Envyus. Optic Gaming now 4 rounds to 0 up here in map number 2.
This has just been such a dominating performance here.
I think this is probably the most dominating grand final we've seen.
It really is.
Like,
You can look at the
score line in the first map or the overall score at 7-4, and you'd be like, oh, well, you know, that was a little close, but it really wasn't. It really, to start off, it was all Optic Gaming. They built themselves a massive lead, and they're doing the same thing here again.
And I want to say at least 3 of the past events where they played Team Envyus, out of 2 of those, they forced the second series.
Yeah.
They forced that second series in Columbus and in Atlantic City to try to, you know, take out Optic. They came out with a little bit more fire, but Optic is just too strong here.
Yep, they really are looking even more strong than we've seen in the past, which is definitely crazy. Of course, drop shot's still going to be down on the map as Optic Gaming, as you said before, 3 rounds now away from being your Vegas champions.
Yes, they are here, but now you see the kills are about to come out, trying to get the revive decided. Does he go for the revive? Does he just go for the chunk there? But he's going to die in the process. Drop shot being picked up here by Icy. And you look at the kills. I want to say both teams traded 2 and 2 here. So now nobody's going to be across map to get Envyus' home hill. They're going to have somebody get that off of respawn, but Envyus needs to win this fight on top of the B hill. Explosive gets the kill on Riz, but if he kills Praise right here, this round is all in Optic's favor.
Praise forced to back away. Of course, he's trying to run to his teammate Toy Soldier, who is there to assist. And Explosive, I mean, he must be feeling confident. He's probably going to try and take this fight anyway. It's full red. Toy will win it. Well, Envy now finally getting a couple of points on the board, but already Optic Gaming with that lead.
And Icy rotate that drop shot over. Oh, double!
Oh, Oh, okay. Brazen Solas both go down. Mental cleans up Toy. Franchise and Ribs, the only players up for Team Envyus. Fran goes down. It's all on Ribs. Here to stop Optic Gaming, going 5 rounds to 0 up. Where does he go? Does he go back to his home hill? Does he try and overextend? He's going to have to turn around. Mental's going to be there. Ribs trying his absolute best to keep Envy alive. Trip Cap domination coming through from Optic Gaming. Is Ribs going to be able to touch the hill? No, he's not. Optic Gaming now 2 rounds away from being crowned your champions.
This is what you call a bloodbath. Yeah, it is. It really is. You know, you take a look at that score line, and I want to say you got Praise and Toy out here with 4 kills, and you just can't have that happen. They need to be out here slaying for their squad.
Very difficult to win when you're getting outslayed this heavily. I mean, there was a quick flash at that scoreboard. Would love to bring that back up and just take a bigger look at it. Of course, for Team Envyus, you're 5-0 down. You're gonna have to try and do exactly what you couldn't do in map number 1 and make a huge, huge comeback.
And now this map is going to be spread out a little bit more. You know, you're going to have a 3v3 fight back over here towards the cockpit. You know, you're fighting for nades, you're fighting for sniper over there. The question is, who comes out on top with this team fight? They haven't broke ice just yet. Explosives, they're going to get a quick 2v1 over here, try to help his teammate out. So they will control Instins over there. And at that point,
they're just steamrolling.
Just
steamrolling. All 5 Envy players dead. This could be a blowout map 2 in your grand final. Optic Gaming all smiles, rightfully so. 1 more round.
This has been a devastating,
Can we maybe get some caffeine for the boys on Team Envyus? We're trying to spruce them up a little bit, get them a coffee or something?
And on the biggest stage of your Gears of War career, if you haven't brought the fire, then you never will bring the fire.
Very true. I'll tell you who did bring the fire.
Optic
Gaming. They brought a big old fire.
They brought fire and ice, all right? Because Icy has been tearing it up all tournament.
He has. He most definitely has there. Of course, a look at the fantastic crowd here at the Las Vegas Open. As now what could potentially be the final round of gameplay here at this tournament. It's going to be the E hill now, of course, on the second side. 10-second respawns. Every weapon removed off the map as well. And we're going to kick things off on board with Icy. 14 kills to his name. Hasn't really had too much work to do. Praise and Fran will kickstart Envy's round off with a couple of kills.
That will be 3 kills being picked up here. 4 kills being picked up here in Team Envy's favor. You know, the last man up is going to be SuMuNs. He's going to get Ribs down, but you see the Lancer shots coming across the map. They know exactly where he is. At this point, they need to all try to get in there. SuMuNs is 1 shot down. He's just guarding this.
What?
No, what? How you just guard that hill by yourself? Oh. Just in there. He brought so much time for his team for them to get over there and get that home hill. Envyus, they need to spring the action a lot quicker than what they did.
SuMuNs just being a playmaker right there. As Kenny now looking for more. Toy Soldier's going to have to back away from Mental. And that was a little unfortunate for him. Praise and Solas, though, both picking up kills again.
Now we're going to start to see, you know, as soon as Optic gets the match point, Team Envyus starts to get a little bit more life here. It's almost like they're not overthinking their moves. And now they just, you know, they're starting to win these fights against Optic. But now you see Envyus, they have the 2-hill cap. They have a nice lead here. Optic is going to be off of respawn, and Optic is going to push over here by the tables. They're going to try to take over Team Envyus' home hill. And it's going to be a 3v3, actually a 3v2 fight. And Optic actually may get this hill. Depends on how many more players from Team Envyus can rotate over.
And he is going to be inside the Team Envyus home hill. He will fall. Solos and Toy both finding a couple of kills. And it's almost a deja vu-like performance than what we saw in map number 1. Envy so far down, but then they start to show a little bit of life, but the damage has already been done. Of course, in this round, though, it is a 143 to 83 point lead in favor of Team Envyus. Both teams currently with just 1 hill in their possession.
Yeah, so here, Team Optic, they just have their home hill. They're going to have some players try to rotate over. Team Envyus has 2 people defending the E hill at the bottom half of the map. So they have that completely locked down. Optic needs to probably overextend and go for the home hills on the other side. Icy's going to finally go down. This is looking like a Team Envyus round. Optic's going to need a domination if they want to come out with this win.
It may all come from this man on your screen, Explosive. He's played it so smart, so patient. Now, though, can you make the play over towards E? Optic Gaming now with both D and F under their control. Explosive is looking over towards E. Has a little bit of time here to work with. He's going to be called out pretty weak. He just has to break the hill. Can he crawl to it just in the nick of time? Not going to happen. Praise cleans him up, and it looks good now for Envy to potentially hold this initial wave off. Ribs is going to go down. Optic Gaming are inside the E. It's going to be Kenny. He's not going to be able to find more kills. More players flying in, though. It's going to be SuMuNs.
Yo, they got 208. Is it going to happen like this? No, okay.
That would have been savage.
That would have been a way to end the tournament. Stop him at 208 and just start having flashbacks of old fight nights. How many times I've won rounds like that?
Well, if Optic Gaming can win 6 rounds in a row, can Team Envyus do it? Of course, now have to. They want to force a game 3 here in this grand final. It's not looking at all likely. If I was a betting man, I would definitely put everything on Optic.
If I was Optic, I would have just put door overkills down and said YOLO. Just put something we have.
Finish in style?
Yeah, just put something we haven't seen all season pretty much.
Yeah, may as well have some fun at this point because you do have a massive, massive lead. But of course, Optic Gaming all business. You can see just how determined mental looks there. No smile, no emotion at all from that young man's face.
So we will see the same break we saw last time. It's going to be a 1v1 on the bottom half of the map for the E-Hill. Both these teams want those grenades here. SuMuNs versus Ribs down there. I'm interested to see who comes out on top of this fight. But team fight, they're going to trade off here. It's a fight for these nades. Praise taking a lot of damage. He's going to have to back up here. Explosives may go for the quick pick, and yes, he does. And he's going to switch to him right away. Just in case he gets down, he's going to have the nade in his hand. Toss them both, able to get the pressure off him just a little bit. Still has a 1v1 to win. Bait and switch. Kenny's able to get a kill here. Looking for a second one. He picked up 2. Oh, the back eight comes out. Toy ain't having none of that.
Yeah, Toy managed to find 2. Toy finds 3. Okay, Toy. Finally starting to get into the groove of things here a little bit. The D-Hill now goes back over towards Team Envyus. 2-1 hill control. And they're going to earn themselves a little bit of a lead here as well.
So we still have the chance of seeing that comeback, Vincent.
we haven't seen it all season long. A
right
6-0 comeback.
7 straight.
It would be insane.
But I think we could both agree that if they won 7 straight, they win the first series.
Absolutely. At that point, we may as well just go straight to the second series. The momentum will carry all the way through, especially considering it's Dam as well. I believe it is map 3.
Yeah.
Envy's best map.
But Mental said they've been on fire the whole tournament, you know, and they've been giving Envyus problems with it. So we'll see. For what it seems like, they've definitely done their homework.
Oh, absolutely. This seems like the most well-prepared Optic Gaming we've seen all year, which, again, is an even scarier thing to consider. Optic with 2 hills now under their control. And once again, going to have a score switch. Optic Gaming take control.
But just for a little bit here, that hill will go in favor of Team Envyus. And I think you'll have SuMuNs on the other side of the map. He's eyeing, like, how do I want to take this 1v2 here? And then a team fight looking like Optic knows that they hate. We need to get Team Envyus' home hill. Envy is trying to just hold this 2-cap, hold off, force Optic to them, put Optic, trying to see if Optic will put themselves in a difficult position to get crossed out. And they got some good angles here, but now they got to win these fights. But you have Icy and Explosives just working together so well. They're hitting those shots.
Trip cap.
E-Hill being decapped here. Toy has to win this fight against SuMuNs.
He has to touch the hill. Toy Soldier goes down.
And that's what is going to happen.
A convincing win. A 7-1 destruction of the boys in blue. And Optic Gaming will be your Gears Pro Circuit Las Vegas Open champions. Another major championship for this squad.
Of all the events this season, that was probably their easiest win.
By far. Probably by far. That didn't even look difficult. That looked like that could have been a pool play game for Optic Gaming. That's how convincingly they just took that.
It really is. It really is. That was just a slaughter.
Of course, all fist bumps come out. And there is a very familiar place for Optic Gaming to be stood after a grand final. Right next to that trophy. You know, win every single major apart from one. And they're going to go ahead and give that one to SuMuNs to lift.
There you go. And I think they all probably have lifted at least one this season. And there you go, folks. Optic Gaming, your Gears Vegas champions, closing out the season with their second 3-peat.
That's fitting. Of course, it does get Optic Gaming by far and away the most dominant team in Gears of War. You can make the argument, of course, the most dominant team in Gears of War history. So far this season, they had 2 3-peats. They've only lost 1 event. That is it, all throughout the entire season. But you can see Farouk down on our main stage with our Vegas champions. Farouk, over to you.
That's right, y'all. Let's give it up one time for your Las Vegas Gears Pro Circuit Open champions, Optic Gaming! All right, now we'll start over here with you, Kenny, man. What was that matchup like? I mean, you guys steamrolled them in the first map a little bit. They came back, and then the second map did pretty much the same thing.
To be honest, it was easier than I thought it'd be. They're usually a really good challenge for us, but just right now they weren't giving us that much of a challenge, but they usually do.
All right, Icy, I didn't see you guys jump up mad excited about this, man. Is this the outcome you just expected with no doubts?
Yeah, we expected this. As soon as we saw them play against Ghost, we knew we won.
All right, SuMuNs over here, man. I'm going to ask you, man. You guys won this. What does this mean for your entire season one here?
We won like majority of the event, so I mean that just means we're the best.
One more question. Come on down here to Explosive, man. Now, look. No, you know, I got two more questions. I'm not going to know Billy. Last time I did two. But Explosive, we got a lot coming up here. What are you going to do with the money, man?
You know, save up. The usual.
Save up. You guys are so poised. All right, Billy, I'm coming over here to you, man. Final question over here, man. Season 2, Gears Pro Circuit. What can we expect from Optic Gaming?
Another event sweep this time around. We're not losing one event this time. All 7.
They calling it right there. They're looking for the event sweep. Let's give it up one more time for your champions here. Optic Gaming. Ben, Blaze, back to you.
He said we want the season sweep.
I mean, that's the only critic that you could actually give them, right? Is they didn't get the full sweep, and it sounds absurd that that's what we're saying, and that's your criticism of this Optic Gaming squad. But they had everything apart from one event. I mean, if they were to do that in season 2,
oh man!
I mean, what else is there to go for?
It really, I fully agree with you. I'm curious to see what the teams are going to be looking like in season 2 because you got all these years players, and they need to be like, all right, well, how do we form a super team to actually defeat them? So I'm actually excited for Rostermania.
There's definitely going to be a ton of Rostermania. Excited to see, as you said, where different players land, etc. But for Optic Gaming, I mean, they have to be laughing. They have to be smiling. Obviously, the biggest event of the year, and they just made it look so simple. No one really giving them too much of a challenge apart from, I think, the argument Ghost. I think Ghost Gaming looked like the strongest team in that head-to-head matchup with Optic. But there, of course, a look at our final placings. Optic Gaming walk away with the biggest share of the $300,000 prize pool, $120,000. Team Envyus, of course, in second. Ghost Gaming finished third. Echo Fox finished fourth. I believe that is the exact same placing order as Atlantic City.
Yes, it was actually. That's definitely what it was. Definitely our 4 best teams here. And you know, you looking at this, you gotta give a shout out to World's Best because they was on the fences for a while early on in this tournament, and they fought back here to get that 5th and 6th placing.
One of the key things I see on that graphic as well is E-United down in 9th, 12th. A poor event for them. Enigma 6 also 9th through 12th. Vitality, they break into top 12. Epsilon, of course, finished top 8 with Allegiance Splice. After a grand final performance at the last major event, they will fall to 5th, 6th. But again, I'm actually kind of lost for words, to be completely honest with you, just how easy Optic Gaming made that grand final.
And you know, you saw right there, Kenny was just like, you know what, usually they give us a better challenge, but for whatever reason, they didn't today. You know, rather if they just Optic was just on fire or just Envy was just down.
I can see all of the crowd gathering together. I believe they're doing a giant selfie. The Gears of War. Yeah, that's not. Oh, dude, you've been in every single one of them.
Yeah, I know, and we're gonna see if I get back over there in the next one.
They're literally doing the photo while we're
it's event tradition. That's what we do around here. Okay.
Traditions, man, traditions. But again, congratulations to Optic Gaming, your Vegas Open champions. And you look at the entire event, they made it just look so simple. As I said, the only team really challenging them was Ghost.
These players are this is the best team in Gears of War history, folks. Repeating twice this season, winning 6 events here.
Unbelievable.
Dominant, won the last 11 2Ks as well. This squad.
How do you beat them? How do you beat them?
You know, I know that's what's on everybody's minds here, right? It comes down to you have to form that super team, but you have to understand, you know, you have to go toe-to-toe with these guys. You have to have some of the same elements. You have to have players that play with confidence, all right, that aren't scared to take fights, that can think independently. You have to have that leader, but also you have to have that energy as well.
Of course, there is still one thing to find out.
Oh,
our season 1 MVP, the most valuable player through all of season 1. I don't know, you don't know, no one knows apart from one man. That man is Farouk, who's on the main stage.
That's right, guys. I have the name of our Season 1 Gears Pro Circuit MVP right here. And it's going to no other than the man himself, the most valuable player of the Gears Pro Circuit, Season 1, Mental! That's right, that's right. And we want to say a big thanks to all of our casters and hosts. A big shout out to all the production team behind the scenes. We got everybody here making this thing go big. All the partners at Caesars Entertainment, MLG. We got to give a big shout out to Jack. And not to mention, man, the best esports fans in the world, all the Gears fans out there, y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. We're going to see you for Season 2. Lock it up.